Alright, ladies and gentlemen, time for the last manga reaction of the day. Good to see you, Halster. Welcome back. Time to get started with more Sakamoto Days. So let's go ahead and get the fun time started, shall we? Yo, peoples! Qushu92 here. Welcome back to more Sakamoto Days. In the last chapter, we had Natsuki facing off against the Saionji twins, eventually leading them into an area where they get trapped inside of the personal, invisible ICU room that they had planned to have Sakamoto recovering in, only for the brother, who's still unnamed, to showcase that he is just an absolute monster. Hey, Natsuki says, this isn't a room where you can just break out of it with brute force. The brother says, guess I need to go beyond brute force then. And just pretty much breaks through what is supposed to be an almost unbreakable wall. Just completely obliterates it. And then proceeds to have Natsuki in a chokehold, saying, well, if Sakamoto is on his way here, then that means we don't have to leave. We'll kill him when he gets here. And he's pretty much left at the brother's mercy at the moment. So now let's continue with days 235, Big Brother. And we have the brother holding Natsuki by the throat. He's coming, right? Sakamoto's on his way here. Gah! And he's, strangling Natsuki. And then Sheena comes out.
Oh, this'll be a breeze then.
You okay, Sheena?
Yeah, I'm good. Just not in peak form today.
Then you should rest. I'll take it from here.
Huh?
And the whole background just goes black. It goes black, and she's going,
don't patronize me.
And she proceeds to dropkick her own brother, causing him to lose grip of Natsuki. But then she immediately aims her gun directly at Natsuki while he's still falling. Sheena, what the heck?
You're always looking down on me. I can handle these losers on my own.
Yeah, but you seem tired, so...
Just because you're the older brother, you're always butting in, trying to protect me. It's so annoying.
And then Natsuki is just watching all of this. But then, all of a sudden, her gun barrel is sliced apart. The barrel falls away from Sheena, and she looks Oh, I know who this is. She looks absolutely surprised.
What?
I get it. Big brothers are annoying, as we get someone with what may be an invisible cloak on them. And it's Mafuyu. Mafuyu, what are you, stupid? Why'd you come back? I realized something. The strongest guys around me are always fighting to protect someone. What? And when Sheena throws the rest of her weapon at Mafuyu, Mafuyu just kicks it apart. Strong people are always fighting to protect someone. That's so...
Strong people are...
Oh, wait, that's Sheena.
Strong people are always fighting to protect someone? That's so dumb. The truly strong fighters aren't interested in other people.
Oh, really? You go on believing that. I'm just trying to catch up to everyone. And then proceeds to slash Sheena. He goes invisible while he says, while Mafuyu says, I'm just trying to catch up to everyone. He goes invisible, and in an instant, he blitzes Sheena and cuts into both of her arms. Don't get in my way.
That invisibility suit. It's a real pain when someone who can move uses it.
And then he goes invisible. And then Sheena, apparently her gun can be a hammer? Her machine gun doubles as a hammer? Because while the gun barrel goes in on itself, and then a whole handle comes out the bottom. The heavy machine gun can double as a hammer. I thought Totemaru's axe rifle was a crazy looking gun / bladed weapon. But hers is literally a gun hammer.
Transform! Hammer mode!
and she slams into the ground trying to take out Mafuyu.
Well, come on over!
And she sees a crackle of electricity in one direction, and Mafuyu is just running straight towards her.
There you are!
It's a trap, Sheena! And all of a sudden, Sheena gets hit by something unseen, and she gets hit directly in the face. Hard enough for her to spit out blood and her eyes to go white.
What the?
Fooled ya. And it's because Mafuyu hid rubble inside of the invisibility jacket, but swung it at her, and she didn't know, and she got smacked in the face as hard as Mafuyu could swing it by this rubble. He was hiding rubble in the invisibility suit. Mafuyu came up with that plan on his own. Sheena! And that goes the brother. I asked Damane and the others to reach Sakamoto. Let's get out of here. Yeah, he's really grown up. And then the brother steps up. Hold it right there. And all of a sudden, both Mafuyu and Natsuki get shivers down their spines. I just wanted to live in peace. But what can you do? Little brother, what's your name? Mafuyu. Mine's Kippei. Kippei! Kippei. Sheena and Kippei. Sayonji Sheena and Sayonji Kippei. Mine's Kippei. Nice to meet you, Mafuyu. Let's see who's stronger, okay? We both have somebody to protect, don't we? And then we cut to Shin. And Hard Boiled. Phew. Dang it, these JAA peons keep getting in the way.
Yeah, Seba and the others and the guys are waiting.
And then we get Lou going,
Hurry up and hop!
Oh wait, that's Wu-Tang. Hurry up and hop in! We've got to get Sakamoto to safety, quickly! Then we get Atari, with Hana going,
What are you doing, Atari?
And Atari is pulling out some sticks for a fortune, and she pulls up one that has like a dark tip.
Oh.
And then Shin senses something. What's wrong?
Uh-oh. I'm sensing. Oh no.
And then we get someone with a hat walking on the highway. Someone with a hat that is also walking on the highway with a guitar case on their back. So we went from prospects of the Order to an actual member of the Order. Tanabata is about to encounter the rest of the Sakamoto group. Okay, so quite a bit happened in this chapter. Oh, snap. Wait, sorry. I was about to say, what is it with this thing in the bad playback where it can't see, where it keeps it hidden from when I switch over? Because I thought for a second there that you guys couldn't see anything of what I was saying, but I know I had the buttons pressed. So couple of things that happened in this chapter. One, we finally got the brother's name. I can stop calling him the brother. It's Kippei. We get his name. Sheena is currently down for the count thanks to the intervention of Mafuyu, who came in and sliced her gun apart. But apparently the gun can also turn into a hammer, so that's a thing. And then she gets beaten literally by rocks in a jacket. But of course she couldn't tell because of the invisibility thing. But this also seems to have set off Kippei because he's exuding this aura of just pure malice towards Mafuyu and Natsuki simply because of what happened to his little sister, his younger sister. So now it's up against the older brother of one against the younger brother of another. You know, brothers looking to protect someone. Kippei's doing that for his sister, even though the sister doesn't appreciate it. And Mafuyu's doing it for Natsuki, not wanting to lose anyone. So we're going to have a younger brother against an older brother, and my thing is Natsuki barely held on. I mean, the fact that he survived this long against Kipe is a big thing. However, Mafuyu, I don't know how durable he actually is. Granted, he survived a fight with Miss Osaragi, so that's something. But him going up against Kipe, who seems to be beyond inhumanly strong, that should be an interesting little confrontation. But all that aside, Shin and company are on the highway, still being assaulted and, chased by some JAA agents. And when they're preparing to meet up with everyone, they all sense something immensely strong. Shin can sense, Atari pulled a bad fortune, apparently, and Tanabata is about to confront them. Because Tanabata, he's just walking on the highway. This is bad. This is, so much for me thinking that the lady with the knife was going to have an encounter here. Having an actual member of the Order, someone that Oki handpicked, that's an issue. Especially this guy. This dude uses sound waves to beat people. He literally cut Sakamoto with an actual guitar pick. Was it Sakamoto or was it Shin? Who was it that got cut by Tanabata with a guitar pick? I think it was Sakamoto who got cut by him. And I don't know how well Boiled is going to do against a member of the Order as dangerous as Tanabata. So real quick, let's just do a little bit of a recap. Tanabata, Sakamoto days. Still got plenty of time to get that whole episode out to you guys. Let's see. Abilities. Overall skill level. Tanabata has demonstrated extreme skill with the guitar, and his fighting style seems to revolve around playing it and sending his songs and the sound waves coming from it through objects and the surroundings, as demonstrated when he attacks Sakamoto, Shin, and Nagumo by sending waves emitted by his guitar through a sewer pipe, causing the manhole to explode with a burst on the surface. Additionally, he attached the jack to Sakamoto's arm and sent the waves echoing through his body. Guitar and cable. Tanabata is a professional musician outside his time as an assassin, and so presumably has a proficiency in music. He goes on tours, his songs are inspired by killing. Tanabata uses an electric guitar to attack. He managed to knock Osaragi temporarily unconscious just by strumming his guitar in a particular way. He can also use its cable by plugging one end of the cable into his guitar and the other end into his target and sending destructive sound waves through the cable. He has been seen plugging the guitar into a manhole cover, causing another manhole cover further away to explode due to the resonance in the sewage tunnels, and has been seen plugging the other end of the cable into Sakamoto's arm, disorienting him by sending the reverberations directly into Sakamoto's hand. And Tanabata seemed to hit Boiled through a wall with his guitar, as well as using him as a guitar by slashing across his chest with his plectrum. So it was Boiled. It was Boiled that he sliced through, not Shin or Sakamoto. Boiled has already had an encounter with Tanabata. He literally got cut across the chest by using with a plectrum. And now Tanabata is about to run into Hard Boiled and Shin again. I don't know, saying someone Oki picked is a very hit or miss with his choices. Not all of his picks. The only good picks he seems to have made was with Tanabata and Kipe. That's more in line with the choices that he's made. Just people who are officially on the Order. I don't mean prospects. I don't mean the prospects. I mean people who are currently seen as Order members, not people who are on their way to becoming Order members or have the capabilities to be a Order member. I should have emphasized that. I mean people who are actively on the Order with Oki. And Tanabata, along with Torres, are definitely people who are in that group of very strong people. That's why I said, like, handpicked by Oki. I'm worried if Boiled fights him. He got beat easily by Tanabata last time. Maybe he can fight him and maybe put up a better fight this time. Hopefully. I hope he can. Because the last time, I know from just like a realist standpoint, if I get slashed across the chest by someone who strums me like a guitar, and they slash me from shoulder to waist, I would either work on my fighting skills or avoid fighting that person. But such is not really the case for the people here in Sakamoto Days. But the fact that an active order member is about to try and stop them, this is bad. This is very bad because the only people who are capable of actively fighting are Boiled and Shin. Because, well, actually, Kendaka should still be inside of the van as well. He should still be there. But we don't see Kendaka in the panels where it shows Shin and Boyle talking to each other. Because Kendaka didn't leap outside anywhere. The only people who stayed behind was Heisuke, Lou, and Granny Mia. And they're the only people who actively jump outside. I don't remember Kendaka staying behind. So Kendaka is probably still somewhere nearby. But this is a bad situation. This is a bad situation. An order member is about to run up on Shin and company, and we all seen how strong they are. And Boiled hasn't faced off against Tanabata ever since they got outside of the prison. Just when they were leaving, and Oki pretty much with the entire order just rolled up on all of them. And this is before all right, I'm back. Had to help out the family members with a charge cable. Kendaka should be there too. Maybe he stayed in the truck, possibly. I wonder if we're gonna see Yotsumura at some point this arc. Not Amane, but his dad. That's what I'm saying. I really hope we see Yotsumura because we haven't seen him in quite a long time. It's been a while since we've seen Yotsumura. But to the crux of everything that's happening right now, an order member showing up in front of Shin and company is quite bad timing. But not only that, now we're going to have two fights going on at the same time. A fight between Kipe and Mafuyu and possibly Natsuki, and now Tanabata versus possibly Shin and Hard Boiled. Hard Boiled probably wants a little bit of revenge for the fact that he got slashed across the chest by Tanabata, but we'll have to see how that chapter works out. Doesn't look like we're going on break for the next chapter of Sakamoto Days, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All I know is, at some point, someone's going to make a mistake. Someone's going to make a mistake on the side of the Order and the JAA, and it's going to be fatal. And I know we could possibly lose somebody on Sakamoto's side as well. We could possibly lose Boiled, as much as I like him. We could possibly lose him in this fight, given the fact that he was so easily dispatched by Tanabata during their very first encounter. So I'm kind of concerned about the well-being of everybody. I thought we were going to get all the scouted people out of the way first, but no, we're getting an order member here now. That's what I'm saying. We still have the Saionji twins, with one of them currently incapacitated thanks to Mafuyu. The lady with the baby with the butcher knife, she's still out there somewhere. And there's no one related to Sakamoto's that could encounter her because they're either all at the JCC or they're inside the van trying to get Sakamoto to the JCC. So I'm kind of wondering where she would fall into the line of things. How about instead, and this is just theory, what if she's being sent to take care of the order members who left? Like Shishiba, Nagumo, and Osaragi. So we do have to consider that the other Order members could show up during this road trip. Yeah, the fact that one just showed up at all means that any one of them could show up now. Not just them, but also the members of Alkamar. Like Gozu. Gozu could show up too. So that's a bit of a concern. So now it's anyone's game of who could possibly show up during this entire encounter. So that this is a concerning thing, because if we're getting an Order member showing up and all the prospects haven't been taken out, then that means anybody could show up, except for Uzuki. Just waiting for them to just take care of everything before he says, like, well, you guys couldn't take care of it, so I'll handle it myself. We haven't reached that point yet. But it is concerning for an Order member to jump into this fray rather than leaving the prospects to take care of everything. I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why Tanabata is there is because they learned that the other prospects failed to take out Sakamoto and bring every single one of his friends down permanently. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason why he's even there. That's just my assumption, but I wouldn't be surprised. But we're going to have to find out in the next chapter. Overall, pretty decent one, but I am kind of fearful of the end results of these fights. Because Kipe, and mind you, we have Tanabata showing up. We know how strong Tanabata is, but Kipe is the one that scares me the most out of everyone's fighting right now. Simply because this dude has been 100% calm during every single moment here, except for when he gets flustered when his sister calls him out saying, like, you're so annoying for trying to protect me. But now this dude is going to get serious because his sister's been knocked out by the people they're trying to kill. So now he has a reason to get motivated. And when a person gets motivated, they start to go all out. Or just go that extra mile to ensure the person that has irked them, or bothered them, or even threatened someone that they were close to is put 6 feet under. So I am still very fearful of this guy. I am absolutely terrified of Kipe and what he's going to be doing. But we'll find out next week. Gozu, Torres, the woman, Kanakuri, any one of them. Exactly, any one of them could show up at any time during the whole trip over to the JCC. And the thing is, while they're trying to make their way to the JCC, the Saionji twins have to be 100% incapacitated and taken out before Sakamoto gets there. Otherwise, they'll probably just ignore everyone else and try to kill him immediately. But we're going to have to see how things go for the next chapter. And honestly, I feel like we could just move away from Kipe and the JCC fight that's happening right now and focus on Tanabata, who's actually walking on the highway towards Shin and company. Because he's not just standing there. He is literally walking on the highway. And the fact that Shin could sense him means that he's close. I was trying to see. Oh no, they are close because they're actively driving. They were on the streets beating and taking out all these agents, but they got back inside the car. They got back inside the van and now they're steadily driving. Yeah. So they're driving and they can sense Tanabata directly in front of them too. And even if Sakamoto gets there safely, that room can't be invisible anymore. Yeah, because it's got a big old gaping hole inside because of Kipe and his 120% strength. So there's still so many things that need to line up before Sakamoto can fully recover. And then, because here's my assumption. Sakamoto is going to recover, and that's when we start the path towards bringing down Uzuki once and for all. No more trying to figure out how we're going to survive. No, let's take the fight to Uzuki and get him out of the way. Meaning if Uzuki does make a move, he'll be able to see the room and that. Not that the invisibility would probably help much anyways, especially if that Takamoto personality comes out. Exactly. If there's any bloodlust, then anything and everything is going to be sliced apart. But I don't know how much bloodlust one can exude when they're fully 100% unconscious. We also need to deal with the matter that Sakamoto is speaking to Rion in his mind. Yo, CDs, recover, Sakamoto, excuse me? Ah, look who hasn't been keeping up with his story. You'll have to find out on your own time or watch my previous sessions, or at least continue where you left off. Oh wow, who beat down good old Sakamoto? Yep, I can. Yep, that's one telling way of saying that you have not been keeping up with the story of Sakamoto days right now, because there has been a lot happening. There's been a lot happening right now. Let's see, I think Sakamoto is going to recover, and we finally get him beating Torres first to have that come full circle, because he did see Torres as the next obstacle for him to overcome, because Torres was just that one person that he could never fully beat on his own. So for Sakamoto to get back up and face off against Torres, that would be a big character development moment for him. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Overall, a pretty sizable chapter considering all the stuff that it revealed. And also a cliffhanger of some very terrible things to come. But we'll have to find out what happens in next week's chapter. Next Sunday. Yeah. But that's all I got for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this episode of One Piece and try to get it out to you guys as soon as possible. Editing takes quite a while. Any little reference to Takamura, any mention, I know he was killed by Slur. We're just bringing up the whole Takamura personality and its potential for destruction if things really do take a turn for the worst in the future. But explaining every single thing that's happened with the Takamura personality when it comes through would just take too much time. So yeah, just catch up when you can. Anyway, good chapter and decent chunk of story progression. Yes, we finally got the brother's name. We finally got Kippei's name. I'm so happy about that. New One Piece episode? Yeah, there's one here today. There's one today. I gotta get started on that so that way I can get this episode out to you guys before it gets too late in the evening. Because editing and splicing to avoid copyrights does take a considerable amount of time. So I apologize if it gets out to you guys a little bit late, but I'll try and get through this episode in a few. But overall, looking forward to the next chapter of Sakamoto Days. We have a heavy week this week. There is so much to do. We got a member summit tomorrow for you members. We have I'm wondering, did I have anything planned for Tuesday? We got something planned for Tuesday. I forget what it was. Wednesday is open. Wednesday is closed because that is actually technically my break day if they don't have a One Punch Man chapter. Thursday will be both Hunter x Hunter and Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. So I may schedule Hunter x Hunter to be at an earlier time in the day, so that way I can have the Hyrule Warrior stream earlier within the day and not have it happen too late. And then Friday will be, well, just me playing Hyrule Warriors as the main game that I play for the channel for quite a while until I roll credits on it. And then we'll switch back to some other things. Tuesday. I believe Tuesday is the same day that the PlayStation games for November come out, and one of those is Stray. So that's a game that I did say that we could play on Tuesday, so that'll be for Tuesday. I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown. I'll do an update video for you guys outside of the member subbing as well. I'll keep you guys posted if anything changes. You know that I do. But good chapter. Looking forward to the next one. All I can say is, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Even check out my Patreon and consider supporting me on Patreon, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. And because I know you're coming back anyway. Have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.